Now, children, what have we all learned today? Don't you ever dare put the psycho bitch's faith into question because she will fuck you up. Y'all already know it's that time for that. Say it with me. That Magi greatness. Let's go. So for starters, in the beginning of this chapter, one of the things I gotta mention is, it's interesting how now since the old guys came to his side, you would think that Hakuryuu would be like, oh yeah, I got them, hells fucking yeah, but at this point he's like, oh okay, you guys want to fucking now come to my side because of Haku Toku's beliefs and not because you believe in my vision? I don't give a fuck if you're here or not. I was like, damn man, Hakuryuu was just holding it down. In these past few chapters, he went from like, I was just like, you bitch ass motherfucker, to, oh my gosh, he just manned the fuck up. Still a little bit fucked up about, if you think about it, the shit that he wants to do to Morgiana and the rest of them, but he's a fucking boss. Like, honestly, he's a fucking boss. And at this point, you pretty much got 4-on-1. Well, you could say 3-on-1 because at this point, Judal really can't do shit, but basically, there's 4 people against 1 woman, and she's still fucking kicking ass. Like, Gyokuen has to go down as one of the most kick-ass female villains in anime, because, or in anime and manga in general. Like, how many females are going 4-on-1 and she is still fucking kicking ass and laughing? Like, there's a panel in this chapter where she is legit like cracking it up, like, and it was all fine and dandy until the Fire Nation attacked. No, until they went in and said about faith, having faith and stuff like that, and I was like, do you know who you're talking to right now? This is a poster child for the West Boro Baptist Church right here, okay? You do not talk about faith with this bitch. And it really got me thinking, like, is it that she is absolutely insane at this point? Because some of the things she's saying, like, your ears and your eyes don't work, you can't hear his voice, you can't see him, Solomon, what have you done to these people? They can't see it and hear it. And I'm like, either she is really delusional and fucking batshit crazy, or she legitimately can hear and see somebody, or there's some sort of spell on her where she thinks she's seeing and thinks she's hearing somebody, but in actuality they're not there. It has to be one of those, because I mean, if she really is batshit crazy and there's nothing there at all and she's just fucked up in the head, then I don't know what to say. Kind of gave me a laugh, and at the same time I was like, god damn, when Judal was like, I'm pretty much useless, I'm heading the fuck out of here, hit me up when you're done. I was like, right. I wouldn't be surprised though if he's like buffing and like, well yeah, he's pretty much useless, but if the right moment at, any given time, if he comes with a fucking dagger, he could stab her in the fucking neck and end all this. So he might not go too far off from this battle. I mean, at the end of the day, he's still keeping up this sphere, so that way, no magic goes on, so I don't think he's gonna get too far away from them. And while it was cool as fuck that these old guys decided to follow Hakuryuu, so in a sense, you can see that not only did he start shedding the light and start getting some people to actually follow him, it was awesome overall that these dudes that were his father's people were following him, but ultimately they were a little disappointing. I mean, they just got stabbed the fuck up and cut the fuck up, and while that's excellent on Gyokuen's part, that she's just owning all these dudes that are coming after her, kind of a little bit disappointing with them. I was like, you guys could have grabbed each arm of hers, and then, Hakuryuu could have done something, but it pretty much was like, no, we'll leave it up to you now. Like, really, bro? Like, y'all couldn't do anything? It's one woman! What are y'all doing? Not that women are weak or anything in particular. I'm not on that fucking stupid-ass sexist bullshit, but there's one! And there was 4 of you. Judal said, fuck off, I'm too fucking scared of this bitch. And then these 2 motherfuckers get their asses kicked. It's like, fuck! And then it just was like a tooth and nail battle. Like, in all honesty, this, I don't know, it has so much emotion to it. It's more than just like a fight and it's like, oh, an epic fight or whatever. There's just so much to it, to the point where, for starters, let's talk about that design. I'm wondering, was that actually what Gyokuen in her head envisioned when she was like all black? And by the way, we get to see them nip-nips. I ain't gonna lie, I want to see them nip-nips. But is that actually what she's envisioning in her head? Was that a manifestation of like the black rook or something, that it can't go in her body? Was that just to showcase like a demonstration of how evil this bitch is, that she looks demonic? What the fuck was up with that when she was just all black and everything? She kind of looked like a mixture of, I don't know, femto or fucking Kaneki in like an all-black suit or something. I was like, what the fuck? And speaking of Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, Hakuryuu was on his Ghoul shit right there, or if you want to go, he was on his Rick Grimes shit, fucking straight up biting his mother in the neck. If that's not fucking brutal, violent, and fucking showcasing just how much emotion, like, I'm so glad that it's showing how desperate he is to kill this bitch. It is going like tooth and nail, literally, them fucking fighting back and forth. Like, that's how beast it is and how much emotion it is, and it's definitely coming across in this fight that he's willing to bite her in the fucking neck, anything. And I was a little bit confused at her reaction, because she was like smiling and saying, you idiot, you bit me? Like, I don't know if she meant like, you idiot, you can't bite me, I'm like poisonous, or biting me is bad for you or something like that, or was she just like shocked as fuck, like, you actually bit me, motherfucker. Either way, this bitch is nuts. And then in the end, seemingly like she's injured as fuck, but the 3 dudes are down, and who knows where Judal is. Maybe Judal might be planning to do something to her now that he's out of her, you know, radar or whatever, or Hakuryuu's gonna get up and stab her. But I mean, we still, I really wish, to be honest with you, a bit of the suspense is gone simply because of the way this arc was introduced. The way it started off, it was like, oh, you know, Hakuryuu killed his mother. Now, we don't know if it's a trick, we don't know if it's a trap, we don't know what happened. We didn't get exactly what happened, because now we are. But if we didn't get that line, it would have been a hell of a lot more suspense before we, you know, we could have been thinking, wow, Hakuryuu might actually die at his mother's hands, or what. But like, since we have that like precursor to this, I'm thinking like, it just has to be that. It just has to be that Hakuryuu kills her. The only other thing I can think of is people think that Hakuryuu killed her, but she's really about to possess him from the time that she slipped him the tongue. Either way, yet again, a fucking beast-ass chapter, just fighting with so much raw emotion in there that it's fucking insanity. It's honestly, it's a very fucking good-ass fight. Only thing I would argue about this chapter is the 2 old dudes, like, you came and you were like, we're old and we got muscles, and you got owned by this one chick. Like, sit down. Prince Hakuryuu don't need you right now, just saying. So I'm leaning between 7.5 to an 8, more so 8, because this is a very good fucking tooth and nail battle. We got a little bit of progression with the old dudes getting their asses kicked, and a little more progression looking at Gyokuen, the state that she's in right now. I mean, dude fucking bit her neck. He was Rick Grimes for a second. And not to mention, yet again, diving more into her psyche. Like, is it that she's crazy, or is she legit seeing this? Like, is she seeing something? Is it Eli? Is it David? What the fuck is going on? Because remember, Judal and Hakuryuu also said that they could hear this voice as well, so it can't be that she's just absolutely loony. It has to be either Eli or King David himself, one or the other. But let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. What do you think about that fucking epic bite from Hakuryuu to his mother? What did you think about the fucking 2 old dudes getting their asses kicked? And how do you feel that 4 dudes can't take out this one chick? If that doesn't say volumes about how amazing Gyokuen is, nothing will. You wrote us a chapter. Fucking, yeah, fuck it. We're going with the 8, because this was very good stuff, and we got progression, and we got a little more foreshadowing as to how batshit crazy this woman is. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you can do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.